And so there is a formula for this, okay? It's called the iComfer. IComfer. It's a method. Use it every time. Now, when you finish learning this iComfer model, resist every attempt of clients to push you to break that routine, all right? And so the I stands for initiate. In other words, it's your job to initiate the conversation. First of all, when you enter, you must relax the atmosphere. You must relax the atmosphere, regardless of how tense you. Wow, it must have been a hectic day. How long have you run this school? And within a short time, you have achieved so much. Boy, this is so huge. You know, if you find something, get them off the whole tense. People want to have this, okay, you have come here, do your presentation. Let me tell you whether I like it or not. No, don't do that. Don't do that. See, every attempt to make you to jump this iComfer process, resist it. I would rather walk away and come back another day for presentation than do not go to. So in the first one is initiate, then let them begin to pour out. How have you been dealing with these issues? Then you can get they can start saying, have you using this kind of software before? The last one we got, it was too expensive. You're identifying what pain points. The last time we were calling the guy, he was not available. So you see, their hurt is that the former client was not caring enough. The price was too much. One day we're checking result, the thing does not calculate well. You're trying to find out. So once you initiate the conversation, and then the next thing you want to do is to comfort. Oh, madam, I'm sorry you had to go through all of this. I'm not guaranteeing you that we're perfect, but what I know is that we have been in this for a number of years. And if we have not been paying attention to our clients, we would have left the market. So at this point, you're comforting. You're comforting. That's the COM, right? The next thing is finding, then dig deeper, ask more questions. So, madam, how have you been able to solve the issue of collecting your fees, and making sure that your money is not missing? She will say, I have a very trusted accountant, so she's relying on trust. You must destroy that false belief. So at this point, all what your software can do, don't tell her my software can do this for you. No. Tell the client using a question and let the client answer. Now, in that answer, you know how to now position it. Don't go and say, my software is going to help you do this, my software is going to help. No, this part is very crucial. You have to sit down as a consultant. Be calm, and say, okay, do you have issues of results? Blah, blah. When she now, as she's talking, you're gathering. You have gathered her pain points. Now, once you have gathered her pain points, right? You have asked further questions. You are gathering pain points and you're noting them like a doctor, like a consultant. Now, once you have successfully done that, the next thing is, okay, from what you have said, I can find, now you're doing examination. So I confer, the E is examination. You're saying, okay, from what you have said, right? You said you trust this one, and the truth is no business is built on trust because the person you're trusting might have challenge. And so if you have a system to track even the people you trust, and I think that would be a plus for you, right? Once you have an automated process that once result is uploaded, you have a way you track your staffs to make sure that they come to work early. Madam, if you have these things in place, how will it help ease your stress? And you sit back and allow the person to talk. Okay, our software will help you do this. At this point, this is where you now begin to make recommendation. The R in the iComfer is recommendation. See, the one that know how to do this properly, practice it. Watch more videos on this. Practice it. We're going to be holding sections periodically where we talk about these principles, where we bring in other people who are doing well, where we're going to talk about this. See, you just came and do presentation and go. Someone came and used this approach. You know what it does? It gives the person the impression that you know what you're doing. It comforts the person and builds trust. The person feels like, yeah, you care. You paid attention to know my pain. And if you do, you know what you are doing. See, I've seen 5 people do presentation and somehow they come back to that one. The person feel like I have a relationship with you because in that process, the person will be pouring out their heart, their pain, and you show empathy. Remember, we talked about empathy. All right. At this point, your presentation now, when you're pulling out all the thing, this is what our software is going to do for you. When you do this, and as you're doing presentation, ask further questions. What do you think about this and how it's going to help you? Well, let's keep going. You're making sure a rest it sinks in. Then at the end of the day, you want to find out, madam, if you have all this for free, will you be excited to have it immediately? Then wait for your feedback. Of course, most times they will say, yes, why not? If they don't say no, your presentation hasn't gone well. So you must go back and reinforce. Don't just dump it on them. Presentation is key, okay? All right. And so once you have done a good presentation, the next thing you want to do is to identify closing indicators. And later part of this course, you will know how to identify the closing indicators when it's time to stop talking. A lot of people like talking. Don't talk too much. Listen more. People who listen are the richest salespersons. And so at some point, you must learn to stop talking and push in the paper in order to close the deal.